Hi, I'm Justice.
And I'm Nia.
And we believe dreams fuel revolutions. That's why we're engaging with Canadian icons and the causes they support.
Join us for these inspiring conversations and find out how you can be revolutionary.
Welcome, it's Justice.
And Nia, and today we are thrilled to be speaking with Taylor Lindsay-Noel.
Taylor was on track to represent Canada at the Olympics when a life-altering injury sidelined her career. It was then that Taylor came here, to Holland Bloorview Kids Rehabilitation Hospital, where she spent 19 months in rehab.
Since then, Taylor has emerged as an advocate, activist, and entrepreneur with her tea company, Cup of Tea,
which has even been featured on Oprah's Favorite Things list,
and her platform to advocate for inclusivity and accessibility, Access by Tea.
Taylor is an inspiration to us and so many around the world
to be revolutionary. Let's meet Taylor. I love this space so much. It's so uplifting.
It's so uplifting. It's so beautiful. And they do such impactful work here.
I know. I'm super excited to meet Taylor.
Hey!
Hi.
So nice to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you.
How's it going?
It's amazing. I'm so excited for you guys to be here.
Yes.
And this is the Bloorview School. Actually spent 19 months here learning, so I'm really excited to give you guys a tour.
Well, we can't wait to see it.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
So I always remember going through these big doors and entering into the school. And luckily for you guys, this was the actual classroom that I spent time in.
Oh, no way.
Oh my gosh.
That must bring back quite a few memories as well.
It does. It's like walking down memory lane.
Taylor, I'd love to start off by talking about where we are and why this place is so special to you.
So just about 15 years ago now, when I had my gymnastics accident, this was actually the first place I came to. After being in Sick Kids, I was here for 19 months of my life, and this is where I did rehab. This is where I started transitioning back to school and really tried to come to grips and get to know the new me. After being a gymnast for so many years and training and thinking I'd be an Olympian and having that taken away from me, I kind of was lost in life and had to redefine who I was because I was always known as Taylor the gymnast. And when that was gone, I had to realize who Taylor was on her own. And that was a very difficult but ultimately rewarding journey.
Was math one of your favorite subjects here?
Math was actually my favorite subject before I got here.
Okay.
And math got really hard in grade 10 for me, so I definitely gravitated more towards English. I think it was my opportunity to be creative.
Yes.
I really found my love of words and writing poetry, and it was also helpful during a time when I wasn't able to really communicate how I was feeling. And so it was my medium that just kind of helped me through a really hard time.
I feel like sometimes in life we get so focused on our dreams and our goals that we can lose our sense of self. What has your journey been like going from dreaming of becoming an Olympic gymnast to establishing new dreams for yourself, a new sense of purpose, and a renewed sense of self?
I really had my heart set from a very young age that I would be an Olympian. And as I progressed through the sport, that dream became pretty clear. It was very evident from a young age that I had a knack for gymnastics, and I was driven to make my dreams come true. When I was 14, I went to a very regular day of training, and my coach, who had been my coach for years, approached me to do something I had never heard of. And I expressed my concerns, and although I felt deep down in my pit something didn't feel right, he gaslit me to no end and told me that the skill had been done many times by many different people around the world. And ultimately, after an hour of going back and forth, I decided to try it, and the second attempt, I landed headfirst and broke my neck and severed my spinal cord. And that's why I am in a wheelchair today. All of that happening at such a young age was really devastating, and when you are becoming a teenager and trying to figure out your life anyway, having that kind of identity crisis was really scary. But it kind of forced me to look within and really redefine how I wanted to present to the world, and I wanted to be authentically me. This is leading towards the gym, but what I love is that all the kids get to display their different art, and they typically have really inspirational quotes.
Leadership and advocacy, was that a big focus during your time here at Holland Bloorview?
Absolutely. They talked a lot about figuring out how to advocate for yourself so that you have the tools that you need for when you leave Bloorview to be successful in the community, which was extremely helpful for me and my family as well.
And how did the tools about advocacy that you learned here help you in your advocacy journey?
It helped me a lot. When I went to university, I actually advocated to get a wheelchair accessible washroom made inside of my new building, and just throughout, even speaking up for other people when I get the opportunity or in rooms of opportunity, I always try to advocate for others.
It feels like you're living in your purpose on purpose. And that's something that one of our favorite people, Tunde, always says. And it's so powerful, but so true. And I feel like you embody that.
I love that quote, by the way. And I
Can't take credit for it.
I love her too. I really appreciate you saying that, because I feel like I've come into my own, especially over the last 3 years or so. And I had a lot of questions, like, why me? And why would this happen to me? But now I realize that I've been put in this position to use my platform or in any area that I'm working in to try to help others and make a really positive change and break some glass ceilings along the way. Yes. Here is another really special place. This is the library.
I'm already loving the representation of all the different books.
That's what I love too, is that when you come here, you can find a book of a child or somebody who looks just like you, which is so special.
We're seeing all the pictures, that's right, it's the hotkeys. It was just so amazing, like having the ability to feel like people understood what you were going through and understand that we can all work together and try and come to some solution and help the children that come here. Having Holland Bloorview around and helping me through the process, I think I wouldn't have been able to do it by myself. I had a lot of support from here.
Yeah.
They really do treat you like family here.
I remember you saying that you approached rehabilitation like how an athlete approaches training. What was it like to do your rehab right here in this very space?
There was this big sign in my gym that said, "In the pursuit of excellence." And I think having that mindset of you can achieve and overcome and be excellent in everything you do applied to gymnastics, applied to my schoolwork. And I think that's why I soared and also enjoyed the process of challenging my body, because I had to get used to a body that is now paralyzed. Not that it wasn't hard, it was extremely difficult, but for a lot of people, it would defeat them. But for me, really weirdly like a challenge. And so this became my new challenge to figure out, how am I gonna make this body work for me? This is the art room, which is by far one of the best rooms here. I just remember spending so much time in here. They really work with whatever your capabilities are to make sure that you have a fun time.
What are you guys working on?
So I'm working on my robot.
Oh my gosh.
That's it. That's an awesome story. Oh, love it.
I like making art in here and making all the clay. I came here when I was in JK, and then I had a surgery, so I came back here.
Do you like coming in here with some friends? Yeah. I used to like that too. We'd always come in here together and make a big mess.
At Holland Bloorview, we believe that every person deserves to live a full and meaningful life, and that disability is an inseparable part of diversity, and the world is better when everyone is included. Taylor is an extraordinary example of somebody whose life is so full and so impactful, and we wish that for every kid and youth that comes through our doors.
And that really resonates with us, because at Revolutionaire, inclusivity and dreams are pillars of our movement. And we always say, dreams fuel revolutions. So what does the power of dreams mean to Holland Bloorview?
We can, whether it's through science or through reducing stigma for people with disabilities, can really imagine a better world, a more hopeful world, a future where everyone is included and where full participation of people with disabilities in our community only makes our community stronger. And when we think about the intersectionality of the identities of the kids and youth and families that are part of Holland Bloorview, we just believe so strongly that inclusion is powerful.
How can others support the work of Holland Holland Bloorview?
My favorite question. They go to our website, hollandbloorview.ca. There's everything from volunteering to hosting an event in support of Holland Bloorview. If you're a company, signing our Imagine Everybody campaign and pledging to include disability in the picture of your advertising.
Sandra, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. We are so inspired by the incredible work that is being done here at Holland Bloorview and honored to be able to speak with you.
Thank you both.
To learn more about Taylor and the work of Holland Bloorview Kids Rehabilitation Hospital, visit joinrev.co and stay tuned for more episodes of Be Revolutionary.